This video is going to be so worth it. Welcome back, ye boys. Today, I'm going to be going over how to shift in sport mode in your Ford Mustang, well, any model. Some model could be a V6, could be a GT. As long as it's a 2014 Mustang, you're in this ride today. So, let's get to it. So, a couple of pointers before we really get into the drive. Number one, I want to go over the idea of shifting your car as a manual because, well, you're in an automatic and you wonder how to shift as if it's a manual. That's besides the point. I want to teach you how to shift it as if you were driving a stick shift. So that's the number one pointer. Number two, I want to go over how to actually use the buttons and everything. Because remember, you don't have a clutch. You're in an automatic car. You're basically telling it when to shift and when to do all of the extra goody stuff. Unlike being in a manual car, you're directly controlling the gears in your transmission. Number three is going to be the drive. So that's what I want to go over with you today, and hopefully you learn something new. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get right into this because I'm kind of excited. It's been a minute since I've had some content made, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I haven't really had too many ideas. Oh, also, you know what? While we're even talking right here in my room, of my humble Akara. I'm not even getting into that. That was stupid. While we're already here, I bought some new parts. You probably can't see in this clip right now, but I have some goodies right here that are going to go on my exhaust. That video will be coming soon once I actually get everything assembled and just find some time to put it on. I bought some door scoops, which I have some clips of that. I'll put that as I'm talking. But I bought some door scoops and I went and got them painted. They were the MP Concepts door scoops from American Muscle. They looked pretty good. They worked fine. And it grew on me because at first I didn't really like the idea of adding plastic onto my car, but it made the car look more aggressive and curvy. And you know, I like mine curvy. I'm just anyway, let's try to stay in the good side of YouTube. But yeah, it added a nice, mean, aggressive look to it, looking from the front and the side profiles of the car. But unfortunately on mine, my right side, and I searched for it everywhere, but I just really couldn't find it. That right door scoop, somehow it just flew off somewhere, and again, I cannot find that door scoop. Unfortunately, I had to rip them off, and I didn't even really get time to make a bunch of content with these. There is that, and I am kind of bummed about it, and I know why it happened. Basically, my car was in some sort of an accident prior to me owning the vehicle, and it's like that area on my passenger side it's not very even and flush, and so that door scoop, I guess over time with it being so hot and everything, that flew off, and I believe it's because it didn't match the curve of the car the way it was supposed to. So I'm not going to make a video over those. I may in the future try it again because I love the look of that and it grew on to me. And yeah, Mustang stuff. Enough of me rambling. This is about shifters and automatic cars, 6R80 content stuff. Bleh. I'm going to teach you how to drive. I've already bought these 5.0 badges with the red dot in the center, but what do you guys think? Should I go ahead and replace these black ones with the red? Also, I'm thinking this red will pop, and you already know because I have red in my little seat covers. I am thinking about changing these for something that looks more OEM, but I'm thinking about the little red pop, not only for the emblem. I want to paint the brake calipers. What did I just say that? I want to paint the brake calipers a similar red. I think that'll be fire, and it'll pop behind the wheel, and then it'll accent with the little red and the dot. Yeah. We are officially inside my car, and I want to talk about a couple of points like I said before. First off, I'm assuming that you already know how to put your car into sport mode as if it's just regular drive. I actually made a short, and I just want to thank you guys for all of the support on that and all of the good comments. Of course, there's a couple of little bad ones, but you know what? I like all of the comments, so bring them my way. But 25,000 views on a short for me is... crazy. I just gotta say, the reason I mentioned this short is because I made the whole purpose of me making that short was the fact that I figured out that sport mode actually was a function, and it wasn't just for going into manual mode like I used it for. Now that I've brought the short up, basically what I was explaining in the short was I figured out this car can go to sport mode, obviously, but in sport mode, what I didn't realize is that you didn't have to press the button for it to actually function, as I just said. Once you drop it into sport mode, let's say I'll turn the key real quick. You put it in sport mode, right? Now that we're in sport mode, you have the option to press up or down on the button shifter. And this goes for all cars that are automatic with some sort of a manual mode. Like, I've seen all types of different variations of this, and it could be on the shifter, like the hand shifter on a truck, or it could be in an Altima or somewhere you can pull it and push it. Or you can have paddle shifters like most sports cars do these days. In this case, I have button shifters, and once you're in sport mode, you press up on it. Oh, you can actually see it right here. You see right here, it's in second. Ignore the tire pressure. So I'm in first, shift up, second, third, and I don't think it'll go up past third, obviously, because we're not moving. So you can control all three of those. But when you are moving, obviously you can go up to 6th gear. Let's say you don't know how to drive a manual car. What you mainly want to pay attention to is, say I'm in 1st gear right now on a roll. You want to drive, when you're driving and you're going from a start, as soon as that RPM right here goes up, I usually say at minimum 2K, you want to shift to second and drive it. And you want to keep doing that if you're driving casually until you get to the proper gear you need to be and it's comfortable. Now you're rolling. One of the most important parts to driving a manual is when you're getting ready to slow down. You don't want to mess up your transmission or drop too many gears. For accelerating, you don't have to take your foot off of the pedal when you're switching gears. Just keep that in mind. And when you're decelerating, obviously you want to get on the brake, but you never want to drop to first while you're rolling. That's just not good in any car. Those are the steps to drive. Now you know how to manually shift your car. I've completely forgot I got a camera right here. Let's see that in action. Ain't nothing to video. Slow. One thing to note too, there is a delay, and this is in most automatics. When you're shifting it, there's always a couple of milliseconds, I believe, of a delay in between shifting. So if you do for some reason get up to speed, make sure you shift right before the red line, because if you shift at the red line, it's going to give you that delay, and it will hang on the red line, which I've demonstrated without trying to at the drag strip. So be careful with this. Other than that, it's like I'm in 6th gear, just cruising right now, and I believe like 1200 RPM. It's just like driving an automatic. Slowing down, so I'm downshifting. You can kind of hear it too. This whole drive, I'm not touching drive itself. I'm staying in sport mode this whole drive. Cruising below 2K. Feels good. Drop to 3rd. A little bit of a pop right there. I'll go ahead and roll up the windows in a second. Merge. Yeah, and again, when you're accelerating, you do not have to lift off of the gas. It's very similar to driving a manual. You just don't have to worry about clutch control because you don't have a clutch, and you're using buttons. You're not directly controlling the gears as if you were in a stick shift. Sometimes when you go from 1st to 2nd gear, it doesn't actually switch gears. I don't know if that's a problem with the button itself being dirty, or maybe it has some dirt or some grime or something underneath the button, so it's not registering that input. But that does happen occasionally, and it'll cause you to redline pretty quickly. So be careful with that too. I might have to look into that, but grab another one. Just like that. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, I'd appreciate it if you left me a like and you subscribe. If you're enjoying the content, that is. I'll try to get some more videos made. This one specifically, I was supposed to make like 3 weeks ago, because I had a comment mention this, and it made me think. I was like, huh, I know there's videos over this topic, but to be honest, it's kind of hard when you're looking for, like, you just want something to watch, and it just turns out to be something about the automatic transmission. There's not a lot of videos on that. clear on the camera too when I decelerate and downshift. Again, this is like actual manual. It's holding that gear too. Downshifting. A little bit of backfire. Second. We're Gucci. These dang cup holders, man, they don't do you justice in an automatic either. I remember back in Ruby, I used to have to do all this when I'm shifting, which always sucked, but I still miss that car. Yeah, when you get in second, there's a Mustang. Don't drop to first until you come to a complete stop. That's that. Oh, she's a 5.0 too. Hey, Mustang wave. It's just like that. Like, rolling through these gears are actually insanely easy. Loves to pop. It reminds me of Ruby. I ain't gonna keep talking about it. Kind of short shifted right there. If y'all caught that, man, these drivers, man. Now that's one thing I know for certain. God willing, I hope to keep this car forever, as long as I'm breathing on this earth. Hey, I gotta say too, this Gen 150 is such an amazing cruiser. Like, I love this car as a daily driver. Downshifts, man. Oh, that's... I'm gonna just keep driving. But I'm gonna also go ahead and get ready to, I'm gonna do the outro right here. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you out in any way, help me out by leaving a like. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because I'm gonna continue making videos. Even if it takes me a month apart to get into the feeling again, I will continue making videos. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.